Well, hello. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the stream. I haven't done one of these in a little bit, and I had afternoon free today, so I figured, what the hell? I'll come on here, chit chat about stuff. I am prepared to do gameplay footage if needed. If boredom suggests that that's required, it is available, just to show you that I'm not bluffing. There it is. Gameplay footage. A game that I can play if I should decide that I want to do that for some reason. I don't know. Maybe I will. I don't know. How you guys doing? Welcome to the chat. And welcome to Brazilian Club Dance Night. We work hard, we play hard. Yeah. What's up, John? John is here. Eating Paste is here. Anybody else, if you happen to come in, feel free to say hi, chit chat, blah, 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 yakety schmackety, blah, blah. Just don't be a jerk. You know the rules. We try to do that. We try to not be jerks around here. So yeah. What game is that? Of course, that's Burning Fight for the Neo Geo, the game that I previously used to own a cartridge of. The music you were listening to was music from the soundtracks from Wipeout and Wipeout Excel for the PlayStation. And there's some more music on that. I made a whole like long ass mix of music from different things, but that was the songs that you were listening to. Those are from those soundtracks. I love that kind of music. I used to really enjoy in the 90s and the early 2000s, I guess mainly the 90s, video games where they had that kind of music, just that techno type music. I thought it was really cool for video games. It's the weekend. Go hard. Yeah. Eating Pace says, I should have guessed that was Burning Fight. Yes. John says, yeah, I kind of figured it was Wipeout music. It does have that uniqueness to it. Those are some just amazing soundtracks. You know, they're very well known for that. I think Wipeout Excel, well, both of them are really good. Don't get me wrong, but Wipeout Excel, I think, is the better one because it just has so many artists. Just a really nice soundtrack, really good collection of music. So anyway, what's everybody been up to? I have been tinkering around with my setup. Tinker. Playing around with my PlayStation Classic, installing emulators and messing with them, trying to get them to run exactly how I like. And I may have figured out a way to get my Intellivision flashback controllers to work on RetroArch. And if that's the case, then that'll be a pretty good solution for playing Intellivision games. I am experimenting with that. So there shall be news coming in the not too distant future about that. We'll see how it goes. But otherwise, things are going really well with the emulators. Eating Pace says, one of the reasons why I love the movie Hackers so much. Oh yeah, Hackers. I forgot about that movie. Angelina Jolie. Back when she was very young. Yes, all of the tinkering, all of it, my friend. Today we work hard, we tinker hard. You know what I'm saying? You know this, my friend, yes. Eating Pace says, could I hook up my Saturn Retrobit pad via USB to it? Yeah, you actually can do that. You actually can. I have that same Saturn Retrobit pad that you have. I think I have the wireless one. Do you have the wireless one? Because the wireless one comes with the dongle for the Saturn, but also the USB dongle. And yeah, I think you could do that. Yeah, back when she wasn't completely insane. I think Angelina Jolie has gone through several phases of insanity. Like, she has transcended our understanding of how the mind works in several different ways. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with her. I haven't followed anything with her. I have no idea. It's something about super hot chicks, you know, they are either born crazy or they go crazy. Like, very, very few hot women are not insane. I'm not sure what's up with that. E King, he's eking along. E King says, there used to be a guy who would turn your Intellivision flashback into an ultimate Intellivision. The ultimate Intellivision. Papa Pete has one, but I think that guy no longer offers a service. I've heard of that. People have talked to me about that. I believe Chuck was talking about doing something like that with his Intellivision flashback, I think. So I know that what you're speaking of is a thing, or used to be a thing. Not sure if it's currently a thing. It's sort of like Angelina Jolie. We don't know what's going on with that, but I appreciate that. It's good knowledge. It's good to point out. My solution is a little different, and I'm not sure it's going to work, so I don't really want to talk about it too much yet. But I will be talking about it, whether it works or not, once I know. So I'm waiting on something to come in. When it comes in, then I'll have a better idea, and I can talk a little bit more about it, whether I succeed or fail. And I will own my failures on this channel. I do not shy away from reporting my personal failures. So we'll see how it goes. Eating Pace says, I feel like I may have gone through a phase of insanity or two. I know I have. I absolutely have. If you've lived a life that's even mildly interesting, you've probably dealt with some measure of insanity at some point. Eating Pace says, is there a Evercade or similar cart for Intellivision? I think Evercade has some Intellivision cart, at least one. I don't know. I think it does. I'm pretty sure it does. I personally don't like the Evercade. Just my personal opinion, not trying to turn anybody away from it. If you like it, that's cool. I just personally don't have much use for it, but I think there is something like that. John said, I can't use those controllers. I'd rather find a way to emulate the games with the standard controllers. The original Intellivision controllers were the least ergonomic controllers. Well, the problem that you have, John, is that there are certain games, like Night Stalker, for example, where you really do have to have that, the number pad, because you shoot in the different directions using the number pad. You move with the disc and you shoot with the pad. So that's the problem. Like, I'm not going to disagree with you that the Intellivision controller is uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable. It's extremely old design. But functionally speaking, there are certain games that I really like on the Intellivision, but functionally speaking, they're really difficult to play if you don't have an Intellivision controller. So that's why I'm trying to figure out a solution. What would be great is if somebody could make an Intellivision controller that was not uncomfortable. What wouldn't that be something? If they made one that was like you could use on your computer or on a Raspberry Pi or something like that. Oh man. E King says there's a guy on Atari Age selling newly designed Intellivision controllers. Really? Okay. What do you mean newly designed? I have to look into that. Eating Pace says, oh yeah, for sure. Honestly, any of the vintage systems, I don't like any of the controllers. E King says the Intellivision Collection 1 on Evercade is good for a few games. The Intellivision Collection 2 on Evercade is terrible. Ooh. Eating Paste, I had an Atari 2600 when I was very young. but it was already old when I was starting to play games. For me, the NES was the beginning. I believe that's in the New Testament. In the beginning, there was the NES, and everything that came before that was the darkness. So I understand what you're saying. E King says Night Stalker plays well on Evercade using 4 face buttons to fire. Yeah, I bet it would if you could set it up that way. I bet there's a way I could do that. If this plan that I have doesn't work out, then I bet there's something like that I can do. Thank you for your ideas. You were providing me with good information today. John says, I'm kind of surprised no one has ever made more ergonomically correct controller. Well, I think there was some effort to do that. Maybe not for the PC or for to hook up to Raspberry Pis or the PlayStation Classics or anything, but yeah, anyway. Anyway, there are USB adapters for Intellivision controllers. Well, that's interesting you say that. I'm getting an adapter that will let me use my Intellivision flashback controller, maybe, on the PlayStation Classic, and if that works, then I'll let y'all know how it goes. We'll see. Any paces, I guess the market for better controllers on the really old systems is just too small. Yeah. Story of my life. Can you see that link? No, unfortunately, it's not putting the link in there, so sorry about that. Any paste, with good software, good button mapping, you could map any of the number keys to controllers. That's true. I think that's true. I don't think that link got posted. No, it didn't. Okay, I will do that. I will check that out, E King. I appreciate you telling me about that. I do appreciate that. Well, I guess we should talk a little bit about other stuff too, right? I don't know what games you guys have been playing or what you've been up to lately, gaming related or otherwise. I know there's some new DLC that dropped for Mario Kart. I think it's already dropped. I haven't even turned on my Switch in about a week, so I should probably do that later today and see if that stuff's on there. But I heard there was like another pack of tracks that dropped. So if that's the case, I definitely want to check that out. Just have I don't really fire up my Switch that often. I play my PlayStation 4 like all the time, or at least I use it for things. I have it on and I'm using it. But the Switch, for some reason, it doesn't get as much attention. You know, once I get on a kick, though, I will play the Switch quite a bit. But I don't know, doesn't get as much attention as it could. The dork side is among us. Break on through to the other side, dork side. Me and the kids hooked up to the Wii, have been having fun with it as family learned. My middle kid has 0 dance skills. Oh, wow. The Wii, huh? That's cool. Yeah, it's still fun to be had with the Wii. I got a Wii U, so I have access to Wii games through that. I have a few of them. Not very many, but I do have a few. And the Wii is still a very capable little system. There's a bunch of good games on there. It's got some really good shoot 'em ups, like not shoot 'em ups, shooters, like gun shooters. That's what I meant. It's got some good. It's not exactly the same experience as using a light gun, but it's pretty cool. Let's see. Any Minecraft news? Ooh. No. I haven't played Minecraft in a while. I just wasn't really motivated to mess with it too much. I did a stream where I played Minecraft and talked about stuff, and it seemed like, I don't know, every time I play Minecraft, I get like different reactions. from people. Like some people were like, they're, fine with it. And some people get, I don't know. It seems to bother people when I play Minecraft. So I don't really do it that much. Dork said, I wanted to try out my 8-bit DO adapter on the Switch. I'm now using the PS4 controller to play Mario Kart. Oh, that's a good idea. That's nice. Yeah, I have one of those 8-bit DO SNES 30 with the two big analog sticks on it, and I use that on my Switch pretty much exclusively. I actually have a couple of controllers that I can use on the Switch, but I really like that one. It works really well. John says, yeah, the Wii U was one I never got into. Yeah, I know it's a weird one. Of course that means I'm going to like it. I haven't done any videos on the Wii U in so long. At some point I need to break out the Wii U and talk about it a little bit. But it's kind of weird, right? The Wii U, because things are happening on the TV and things are happening on the pad, and you can't really show both of those. I can capture the Wii U HDMI, but the screen, not really, so it kind of, again, I don't have as much motivation to do like videos about the Wii U because it's kind of like a pain, but yeah. But it is a cool system. I even like that Star Fox. I was talking with the Panda, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks ago or a week ago, whenever it was, and he was ragging on Star Fox pretty hard, and I was like, dude, yes, it's weird, and yes, the controls are there's a learning curve there, but it's still really cool. I really like that Star Fox game. It looks great. It's just the controls are kind of problematic, and I don't know how I could ever concentrate. Like, you guys know, I cannot play a game and do a stream at the same time because I just can't do two things at once. My brain operates in a single file line. Like I do one thing at a time. The Wii U demands that you do two things at a time just to play the damn Wii U. So I don't know how I could possibly stream Star Fox, but at some point I would like to attempt to do that because it's pretty cool. It has a really bad reputation because it is so weird. Yeah. Born to Strike says, is the analog pocket still hard to get? I have no idea. I know they recently, I saw like a news story where they had said something about they had released a couple of updates for the analog pocket to where it's now jailbroken, and there's like a Neo Geo core that's available. So there's been some updating going on with the pocket, but as far as like how available it is to get one, I really don't know. I've not heard great things though about, and what I mean, let me clarify what I'm saying. I've heard that the analog pocket is a very capable handheld, really cool, has a lot of capability as far as the power and what it can do. But I've seen quite a few horror stories from people talking about how the analog pocket is really easy to screw up or is not built that well. People have had like issues with the screen and with the cartridge slot, with the buttons on it. I've seen several people talking about issues that they've had with the analog pocket as far as like how well it's actually built, which is a real bummer. And I don't know if that's like first run stuff or an ongoing thing. But I have heard that. Of course, I've heard the same thing about other things. Like Dorkside, you're talking about the VCS. Chuck has had two of the Evercades die on him. The handhelds, the Evercade handhelds. He's had 2 of them die on him now, and that's pretty bad. That's not good. They don't make them like they used to, right? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with these electronics. It's like they're pushing them out to get them out there so people can buy them, and they're just not very well made. It really sucks. Really, 2 Evercades died on him. Yeah, he was very upset. His last video where he talked about it, he showed half the screen was like all screwed up on his last Evercade, so that's not good. John says that's not a surprise. The Evercade handhelds are junk. Oof. Oof. E King says the Evercade Versus is solid though. Well, that's good. You know, there's less I think that can go wrong on a home console. At least that's just kind of what I think, with no evidence to support it or receipts. I'm just saying, talking out of my ass, I think there's probably more that can go wrong with a handheld. You know, you got a screen, you got batteries, you got it's all got to be portable. Everything's smaller, you know. I don't know. It just seems like there's more opportunity for things to screw up. Plus, the controller's built into the unit, you know, with a handheld. So there's even that too. Yeah. Eating Pace says that's really bad. They aren't even that old. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like they may have got rushed out the door. John says the Versus is solid, but hopefully the new handheld is better. Oh yeah, they are doing that new handheld. I forgot about that. I'm not a big Evercade guy, so I don't remember everything and pay that much attention to what goes on with that company. But I do remember seeing something about a newer handheld they were going to put out. I guess that's why Pete has like 9. Oh my God. 9. Why would you have 9 Evercades? Why would you do that? Just to collect them? Are there 9 variations? Is there 9 different models, or is it just, I don't understand. I'm kind of confused about that. Look, I'm not going to say I don't understand why somebody would have more than one of something, because I have 2 Genesises, 2 Genesi, and I have 2 Master Systems. But they're different versions, right? So I'm not saying I don't get why you would have different, you know, more than one of something, but 9? Holy crap. Eating Pace says I may have to go check his channel to see if I can find that video. Oh wow, okay. Dorkside says my Evercade and Versus are solid. They never leave their boxes. Oh well, that's one way to make sure that they're protected. That's good. If they never leave the box, they can't be broken, right? Even if they don't work, as long as you never take them out of the box, they're always going to be perfect. Anyway, Eating Pace says, yeah, the console is just the chips and an output. Yep, the handheld generates way more heat, more buttons, and a screen. Yeah. 9 was an exaggeration, but he has 3 or 4 at least. Okay, I was about to say, good Lord. 9. 9. Anyway, E King says Pete has an Evercade fetish. Well, everybody's into different things. I'm not going to judge anybody. I'm not going to kink shame anyone. Some people like that stuff, you know. Some people are into, you know, a lot of different things. Dork says I have every cart, but just can't get into playing it. Really? You have every cart, you just can't get into playing it. Wow, that's interesting. Are you buying it just to collect it? Or I don't know what the motivations are. It seems like most Evercade people are just collecting the Evercade more than anything, you know? That's kind of been my observation. Eating Pace says, that's okay. I rub NES carts all over my body before bed every day. Well, who doesn't? And if you didn't do that, I would be disappointed. In fact, I don't even know why you're bringing it up, because isn't that what everyone does? I mean, this is like obvious that that's what you do with them. Just saying. Dork says I have a boob fetish, so I know how Pete feels. Okay. I don't know that. Anyway, never mind. I'll let that go. Uh, Born Distracted. What's up, dude? Born Distracted, torn away from his OLED to come visit us. What's going on, dude? He says, Dork is waiting for the right moment to sell it for a profit. Well, I might be. I can't begrudge anybody. Get yours. You know what I'm saying? Get yours. Whatever that might be. Profits, boobs, whatever. You get it. Go get it. Get a good one. Dork says they sucked me in by numbering the carts. Had they not been numbered, I would have never bought them all. Sneaky, aren't they? With their numbering of carts. Let me ask you guys a question. You probably know more about this Evercade than I do. This newfangled thing that the kids call the Evercade. Are these cartridges like legit cartridges? Like, or are these like some other kind of like memory inside those cartridges? Like, cause I had heard somebody say something to the effect of those cartridges won't last all that long or as long as a regular old school cartridge because the memory is a different type of memory or something. You guys know more than I do. What's up with that? I don't know. I'm not trying to spread misinformation. I'm asking questions. So, Eating Pace says, I feel that's very true. Same with people that don't buy the Evercade. I feel like they don't buy it because they don't want to buy all the carts. Yeah, I can't justify it. For me, it just seems like a money pit. John says, 2 types of people buy the Evercade. People who like to collect or people who are ignorant when it comes to emulations. Oh my God. John with a hard take. Dorkside says, born these things will never have any value. Oh man. That's not, wow, that's depressing. Eating Pace says, like, people in the comment section will say the system has a lot of trash on it. Okay, yeah, sure. You don't have to buy that. That's true. That's true. You don't have to buy it. Nobody's holding a gun to your head and saying you have to buy an Evercade. And if they are, wow, that would be a story. And hopefully you could tell that story and not be afraid because someone has a gun to your head. I wonder if anybody ever tells a story about someone holding their gun to their head to do something, or if we never hear about those things. And so someone's always like, we always have this like hyperbolic statement where we're like, well, nobody's holding a gun to your head, but maybe they are. And maybe they just can't say anything. You know, you ever think about that? Maybe we assume too much. That's all I'm saying. EDP says, but I think they feel like it's all or nothing on the Evercade. Or you said Evercase and then corrected yourself, but you said Evercase. What is that? What is that? Is that some kind of slip? What's going on here? Who do you work for? Like, is this being recorded? I don't know. Eating Pace says, I also think Evercade will never climb very high in value since complete sets will always be very common. Wow. Again, you guys are depressing me about this Evercade stuff. That's not good. I might even accuse you of being anti-Evercade. I certainly am not anti-Evercade. I have done nothing but support that company. Born Distracted says, are the analog consoles at least built solid? Well, I can tell you this, Born Distracted. I have owned the Super Nintendo one and the Sega Genesis one. And the consoles were built very well. I will say, though, that the cartridge adapters that came with the Sega Genesis, the Mega SG, one of them, the one for the Game Gear, had to be replaced because the first model they put out was so screwed up that if you used it on your Game Gear games, you could potentially destroy them and your console because it was that bad. So they had to send out a replacement cartridge. So I can't say that I had 100% perfect experience, but the consoles themselves seem to work very well. I was very happy with both of those. So as far as that goes, let's see. Dork says Born Distracted, aka Porn Distracted. Yes, we established his actual name, his alt account, Porn Distracted. I expect to see that, sir. Hopefully you've registered that so we can see Porn Distracted show up, because I would love to see that at some point. In fact, the next time you come to my chat, if you are not logged in as Porn Distracted, I will ban you. I'm just announcing it right now. You will be banned for not embracing Porn Distracted, your true self. You have to be true to yourself, you know? Don't hide. Don't pretend. It's okay. We're very accepting in this community, as long as you do what we say. As long as you do what I demand of you, I'm very accepting. That's what keeps him busy on his OLEDs. Yes, I would imagine. Those OLEDs have burn-in of all kinds of interesting things, I'm sure. If you were to stare at the OLED screen when there's like a full white screen, I can only imagine what you would see burned into it. John says they are carts with ROMs on them. Okay, I got you. Eating Pace, they are essentially micro SD cards. Aha! So they're not like solid state chips, is what you're saying. They're like a volatile RAM or whatever that is. I don't know. These are words I've heard and I'm repeating them. I don't know what they mean. I need you guys to help me. Eating Pace says you can map the pins 1-to-1 to a micro SD slot. Well, that's interesting. Oh, that's very interesting. Born Distracted says, LOL Dork, I can see the XY chromosomes on the OLED. That's how good it looks. Aha, I bet you can. I bet you can. You can see all the DNA on that screen. You should probably clean that screen off. That's all I'm saying. Eating Pace, the carts will last many, many decades. Really? It would be nice if the Evercade itself would last many, many decades. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers and blah, 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 this sort of thing. We'll see how it goes. In pace, people buy the Evercade and play that, but will downplay emulation with the Evercade in their hand. Yeah, there's a lot of like gatekeeping and a lot of like snobbery in this community. And I will own some of that myself. I have been a little bit of a snob over the years as far as like my preferences for like real hardware and stuff like that. I'm trying to be better about it. I'm really trying to be more open to different experiences and accepting of different flavors of gaming. You know, I think everybody should play games however they can, you know, and I'm not judging anybody. But I know that I have had a little bit of snobbery in me over the years. 90s Reloaded. That's John. Sorry. Keep saying 90s Reloaded. Dork. Dude. Oh, yeah. His name's... I'm sorry. I was like, why are you calling him? Anyway. Unfortunately, the Evercade emulation is subpar. That's probably my biggest gripe. Dorkside says, the one advantage of Evercade is just having curated carts versus thousands of ROMs in one place, much like browsing the Steam shop or Switch shop. Sorting through thousands of ROMs isn't fun. That's true. You know, the more games you have, the more daunting it becomes when you start trying to go through and look at trying to find something to play, because it's like, this huge list of games. It's weird. It's a weird problem. You know, it's first world problems, right? First world problems. Eating Paste. I'm the Black Ops agent who could possibly make such a slip up as say Case instead of Cade, but must be because I'm researching for a case I'm on. Aha. Dorkside, bro, I do agree. These aren't the best ROMs, and the controller mapping is terrible. Oof. John says, I hope they do more arcade stuff, dork. It's I'm gonna read every time I see dork, I'm gonna read it like he's insult, like it's an insult, because I it's not what's happening, but it amuses me to think that he would be doing it that way. So let me start that over. I hope they do more arcade stuff, dork. But they need to start getting better licenses. So far, the majority of the games are 80s and 90s versions of shovelware. Dork. Eating paste. They are. There are some amazing carts on the Evercase. You make a good case for the Evercase. Dorkside says there's nothing at all shameful about being porn distracted. This is an accepting community. Indeed, sir. Indeed, sir. Sir. Eating paste. Pico Collection 1 stands out as the one I feel I'm missing out on. Renovation is another one I would like. I have no idea what those collections have on them, but I'll take your word for it. Dorkside says, I do think most carts are shovelware. Ooh. Hot take. E. King says, this is an intense Evercade conversation. Yes, it is. Tonight on Super Mega Grafx 64, the truth about Evercade comes to light as the community devolves into, accusations of shovelware. Eating paste, that's true. You'll be on handheld 23 before the carts die. Damn. Porn distracted. Yes, there we go. Thank you, sir. You're a funny guy. I'm funny? How am I funny? What are you trying to say? Who the fuck is this guy? You know who this guy is? Who's this guy? Eating paste. I have been a huge Saturn emulation snob in the past, up until the last few years. If I saw someone emulating Sega Rally, I would spit on them. Oh my god! What are you doing? I'm playing Sega Rally. Is that a Saturn? Well, no. I mean, it's Mednafen. Oh, dude, that's my eye. I'm gonna get pink eye now. Anyway. Maybe not that aggressive. I love the name change. I do. I love it as well. Brian F. Not just F. Brian F. What's up, Brian? How you doing? TurboGrafx snobbery is okay, Si. Brian, I love you, Brian. I love you. 90s Reloaded, which is John. He says, I'm with you on snobbery. In my opinion, best way to play anything before 6th gen is on a CRT. Dork! I'm going to work that into everything you say from now on. But I understand that's not practical for some people. But let's not pretend it's the same thing. Dork! Okay, dude, I got you. Jeez, very hostile today, John. You're very hostile. Eating paste. I would kill a man to have enough space at home for a CRT. Good Lord. Oh, my God. I mean, I love CRTs, but human life is precious, right? That's what they tell us. That's what you're supposed to say. Dork said, I got to change my channel name now. Don't change for us. Never change. Be yourself, Dorkside. We love you. E. King, I think he did mean it as an insult. I think so, too. John is a hateful man. Porn distracted dork will change it to Screech. Oh my god. Ooh. Dustin Diamond in the house. Eating Pace says, it is my greatest shame that I have to play Street Fighter Alpha 2 on a flat panel. How dare you, sir? How dare you come to my chat and spread these horrible notions? You are putting hate out into the world with your discussion of Street Fighter Alpha 2 on a flat panel. Oh my! Even saying it makes me. It makes me on a. How dare you, sir? Spit on you. I spit in your general direction. Ugh. Gross. No wonder you eat paste. You. Anyway, I'll leave that alone. John says, eating paste. Getting my CRT was a big journey of me convincing the wife we needed one. Yes, I'm very proud that John was able to get his CRT, because without a CRT, you can't really enjoy games like Street Fighter Alpha 2. Sir. Eating paste, are you changing to the porn side? Am I changing to eating porn? Well, I don't think there's much of a change there. Porn distracted. He's already got the market cornered on that. Dorkside sigh. It isn't sir. It is ma'am. Oh, I don't know the pronoun stuff. My bad. Damn it. I should just not use pronouns because I don't know how to use them. You know, that's what I've learned. If you don't know how to do something, just don't try to do it. E King says, we need an Evercade After Dark weekly YouTube live stream. Oh my God. I could host it and it would be the worst. It would be great because I know nothing about Evercade. So it would just be me like making up shit and like asking stupid questions about the Evercade. Hey, welcome to Evercade After. What the hell is this thing anyway? How many Evercades are there? What games are even on it? I don't know. You guys talk. Tell me something. Go chat. It was a good show. Yeah, probably not a good idea. The dark side super mega porn 64 can be Science's new name. I'm on that. Thank you, sir. I will file for that immediately. Eating paste. Yeah, I'm moving within the year. I've already talked to the woman about it. I'm getting space for a CRT and shelves for games systems. That's awesome, dude. Congratulations. This is a big moment. You guys really need to congratulate him. That is a big step. And standing up to her to get that done, that's very brave. You're a brave man, sir. And I think you've earned all of our respect. I hope so. The important thing is you can now respect yourself. Eating Pace says, LOL, I spit on the emulators and I spit on your flat panel. The last CRT I had weighed about 100 pounds. Yeah, they do weigh a lot. They do weigh a lot. Yes. I am the CRT of the retro gaming community. Let's just say that yeah, we'll say it like that. Eating Pace says, what about 90s After Dark? There's so many topics, music, movie, games. I'm going out trolling for a CRT now. There you go. There you go. My man. 90s Reloaded says, I actually like that eating paste. Wouldn't that be something? Dork said, the bank I worked for previously was throwing out their CRTs. Needless to say, I grabbed one. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Eating paste, endless opportunities to talk about things. Yes. So you should host it. Yeah, that's going to be tough to find motivation for that, but I appreciate that, E King. I appreciate that. That would be a funny part. Evercade After Dark. The Jaguar all night podcast. Yes. Jack Nicholson or Gene Hackman? Oh, that's a random question. Is there some reason that you're asking this question, or is this just randomly out of nowhere? Just which one? Jack Nicholson or Gene Hackman? Have they ever made a movie together? Has Jack Nicholson ever made a movie with Gene Hackman? I'm trying to think. I can't think of anything, but that doesn't mean that it hasn't happened. I don't know. Joker or Lex Luthor? Wow, what an interesting universe that would have been if they could have gotten all the old school people, you know, Christopher Reeve and all the different people from the Superman stuff, and then they got all the people from the Batman stuff, Michael Keaton and all them. What an interesting Justice League that could have made. Gene Hackman, Jack Nicholson in the same movie as supervillains. It would be too. That would be too much. I don't know if I could handle that. Let's just say if that was on my TV screen, it would look like Born Distracted's TV. It would be there would be a mess in my living room. You know what I'm saying? I haven't heard from them for a while. I think they're both kind of retired. I think Gene Hackman, I think has been kind of retired for a while, and I think Jack is kind of also. They're very old. They're very old. I think Gene Hackman actually has like some problems like with his cognitive stuff. I don't think he's all there anymore. I don't know about Jack. I think Jack is probably mentally fine, but he's very old. Are they alive? I think so. I do think so. Hackman recently, he turned 92. Wow. Yeah. Everything you know eventually dies. Every person, every TV show. There's a song about this. Everything I used to know went out the window. Right? That's what happens the older we get. Sucks. One day it'll be announced. There'll be an announcement, or I guess we don't really have an announcement anymore. Now it'll just be a YouTube video, or you'll see it on Twitter. Gene Hackman will pass away. Jack Nicholson. It won't be that much longer, probably. And that sucks. Even the Evercade dies. That's right. It's not the Evercade if it doesn't last forever, is it? I think that name is a little pretentious. Evercade. Why is it called the Evercade? Like, what is the reason that it's called the Evercade? Especially, and it is ironic, isn't it? Like that they named it the Evercade and then they don't last very long. That's interesting. It's almost like it was done as like a troll. Like it's a troll move, you know? I'm not trying to make any accusations, but I'm just saying. E King says, okay, awesome. I just found out how to add ROMs to my Atari VCS. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Atari VCS. That's another console that I don't know that I'll ever own. It would be kind of cool to have it just because I own so many other Ataris. I still have to get a Lynx. I don't own a Lynx. At some point, I'm going to get a Lynx. I know that I'll do that. But the Atari VCS is a conundrum. It's a riddle wrapped inside an enigma. I don't know if I'll get it or not. If I find one cheap and it catches me at the right time, it's possible. But I don't know. I definitely would say, though, that I'm a hell of a lot more likely to get a VCS than an Evercade. I just find the Evercade to be unappealing to me. John says, I'll hand it to Atari. Everyone counted them as done, but they pulled it off. You're right. The thing came out. There's been some good games, you know. I have several of those games on my PlayStation and on my Switch, which is really cool that they let you do that. That they put the games on other things. It might as well. They got to make their money, right? But yeah, I agree with you. You gotta give it to Atari. You know, a small team with everything working against them and everyone kind of joking and making fun of them, and they figured out a way to do it. So you got to give them credit. They figured that out. I don't know how successful the VCS is or how much money they've made. I don't know any of that. I don't care. But the thing came out and there's a lot of people that have had good things to say about it. So I think that's more than a lot of us thought was going to happen. Dorkside says, I've never had a Jaguar, but I have had a Cougar. Well, the two are not mutually exclusive, if you know what I'm saying. E-King, I have 2 VCS. Oh, really? Oh, wow. You got 2 of them. I just wiped the Atari OS from one of them and added Bactocera as the main OS and M2 SSD with Steam OS, the second one. Oh, that's an interesting idea. And then you kept the other one still. That's an interesting idea. Yeah. Okay. What do you think, E-King? Is it a good system? Is it worth buying? Would you recommend it to other people? And who would you recommend it to? Would you recommend it more as like an emulation solution? Or would you recommend it just on the merits of what it is? Or would you recommend it at all? What do you think? Eating Pace says, also the Atari VCS is actually a very well-made product. Well, that's interesting. That's unique, I would say, amongst a lot of things that are being put out right now. So that's good. John says, I mean, I can go to Best Buy right now and buy a VCS. That says a lot. You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. If you can get one and it's available, that's pretty impressive. Dorkside, I remember another CEO trashing Atari, yet his product still isn't out. I wonder who you could be referring to. I have no idea what you could be, what that means. I don't know. Wow, whatever do you mean, sir? Eating Paces, Gamers Nexus tore it down, and there are an extremely technical PC review on YouTube where they're impressed with the, oh, okay, that's cool. I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit more. I like the way it looks. I'll say that. The design of the VCS is really cool looking. I do like it. I like the wood grain one, but I also like the regular black one. I like both of those. Did you get one of each, E-King, or did you get which models did you get? I don't know how, if one of them is like, cause you have to, is like a pre-order only thing, or if you can get the other ones. I don't really know how that works. E-King says, I only buy a Atari VCS if you get it cheap, not for $400. I got you. John says, it's too expensive to just be an emulation solution. In my opinion, it's too expensive at all. That's the only reason why I don't own one. I simply cannot justify the price. It is $400 is a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah. I mean, I'm doing all my emulation on my damn PlayStation Classic. I don't, for what I need emulation for, I don't need a VCS. Like if I was doing a VCS, it would be for the Atari stuff. It would be for the VCS itself. I wouldn't be doing it for emulation. Not to say it wouldn't be fun to also play with emulators on it, but yeah, I definitely would be doing it for the Atari stuff. Pons Cremator? That's an interesting name. Pons Cremator. Okay. Says, I never got the system, but I got the wireless joysticks for my PC. They're great. Really? I've heard that joystick is really cool because it has like a spinner built into it. And it looks cool too. You know what I mean? The classic controller or whatever they call it. I'm curious about the VCS, which is why I say I may get one at some point. But yeah, $400 is a lot. I'm not doing $400. E-King says VCS is not a game console since it does not have enough games in the VCS store to be considered a console. All the games are available in Steam, so you might as well just play Steam. That's a good point. That's a good point. Only reason to get VCS is you get a great deal on it. VCS does make for a decent Steam box and emulation box, but it takes too much work to make it that way. Better off getting standard mini PC. Okay, well that's good to know. But if I do happen to see one of those deals like they had a while back where you can get one for $100, then maybe then it would be worth it. Maybe then it would be something to snatch up, just because it would be kind of novel to be able to play those Atari games on an Atari. You know what I mean? That might be cool. But I see what you're saying. I mean, like I was saying earlier, I have several of those games on my PlayStation and on my Switch. So I technically don't even need the VCS at all. But yeah, it would be kind of novel. Sai, have you considered getting a Steam Deck yet? I placed another pre-order and may get it before the end of the year. Well, John, we both had Steam Decks pre-ordered, and I ended up canceling my pre-order. My brother had a pre-order too, and he ended up canceling his. Um, I've seen what I've seen about the Steam Deck has made me actually feel really good about canceling because I have the Switch. I have the Switch OLED, and I'm happy with that. And I don't really play handheld games that much anyway. And if I was going to play handheld, I would just want to play on my Switch because I have Steam on my computer, and I think I would have a better experience with Steam on my computer because from what I understand, the Steam Deck really is not very powerful. So just from what I've seen other people say and everything, and the fact that I do have the OLED Switch, I'm kind of like, I'm pretty happy I didn't get one. So I'm not interested in getting one. Now, does that mean that I think it's a bad thing? No. And I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun with it, but for me, I just, not really that interested in it. Dork said, I wouldn't even buy another for 100. Oh, wow. Wow. Steam Deck. Are you talking about the Atari VCS? I got you. Eating Paste, I have my order in for Steam Deck. Can't wait to get it. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoy it. It looks pretty cool. But for me, I just don't think if I got it, I don't know that I would even really use it much. And yeah, so, but yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Doesn't the Series X emulate? Oh yeah, they got, I've seen now that they have, you guys are probably already talking about this in the chat. I'm so far behind. They have RetroArch, like to where you can just download it straight from the Microsoft store on your Xbox Series X. That's pretty amazing. I've heard nothing but great things about the quality of emulation as far as what you can do playing it on the Series X. So yeah. Eating Paste, I've been dying for a Switch Pro, and I'm at the point where I'll take one from any company that makes a good product. Fair enough. Fair enough. Nintendo is not in any hurry to fill that niche or scratch that itch or whatever kind of I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Ryan says, "Oh, what's up, Ryan? How you doing?" Ryan, well, hang on, I got to do his name. Ryan Landis says, my console is better than yours. Yeah, we know, Ryan. Shut up, Ryan. And he's banned. No, I'm not going to ban Ryan. Enjoy your Xbox One X, Ryan, wherever you got that. Some chump sold him his Xbox Series X or his Xbox One X before it was worth a ridiculous amount of money. What kind of idiot would have done that? Ryan. E King says Steam Deck is a novelty product that is not practical for what it's supposed to do. I see. I don't know if I would go that far, but I kind of feel I'm leaning in a similar direction, but I'm not willing to go that far, but I understand what you're saying. Eating Pace says, yeah, well, my console is bigger, longer, and has more girth than yours. Oh my God. Whew. I gotta fan myself while I'm reading that one. Whew. I need some air. Born Strikes says, Sigh, has your cats went swimming lately? My cats do not go swimming, sir. Sir. How dare you talk about my cats? Do not bring up family. You should know. That was what we've all agreed. We're not going to bring up family, sir. Dorkside says, just buy a Series S if you want a great emulation machine and still want to play modern games. You can play RetroArch. That's a good point. Series S. Yeah, it might be worth buying. You know, I almost bought one of those. And you can get one very easily. So that's something to think about. Series S is actually pretty good. think they just did an update on the Series S to improve the performance on it. I saw something about that too. So yeah, that's nice. Eating paste. Yeah, I have always heard that the Series S is one of the best MU boxes money could buy. It seems like it would be. E King says that Dorkside, surprisingly, after hours of research and hours of work getting it figured out, I successfully turned on one of my VCS into a pretty cool Steam box and emulation box. Too much effort though. Too much. Dorkside says, yeah, just too much work. Check out ETA Prime's video on the series console. ETA Prime does some really good videos. I like his channel. Yeah, he's got a good channel. He's always talking about really cool little gadgets and emulation devices and stuff like that. E-King, VCS also requires more investment as I had to spend $150 on more RAM and storage. Oh my gosh. Sheesh. Yeah, that seems like a money pit. Not as much as some other things we've talked about, but still, yeah. But who am I to complain about having to add more RAM to a video game console? I own a Turbo Duo, TurboGrafx CD with a Super System Card 3 and a Duo RX with an arcade system card. So who the hell am I to talk about adding RAM? Jon Snow does not swim. Jon Snow does whatever Jon Snow wants to do. Sir, I'll have you know. And your derogatory way of speaking about Jon Snow is not appreciated here. So I'm going to continue to speak with an up tilt to my voice at the end of the sentences, sir. Anyway, Ryan says, I pulled a fast one on an almost famous YouTuber and got him to sell his 1X to me for pennies on a dollar. Well, good for you, Ryan. You tricked that stupid bastard. Good for you. Whoever that guy is, he deserves it. He's probably a piece of crap. Oh, he's probably one of those cultists, one of those online cultists. They deserve everything they get. He defends the wall. We'll play. Okay. Dork said, I have over $600 tied to my VCS. Oh my God. It's absolutely a money pit. Wow. I'm sorry, man. Oof. Ryan says, I have a Series S2. It's a great console, but outside of the chat, I have to say horrible things about Xbox. It's a console war thing. I understand. You got to do what you got to do. It's not that we want to say bad things, but you got to keep up appearances. Jon Snow is above swimming. Jon Snow's very particular. He's very particular. He's above all of us, to be honest. Distracted for life. Dork. His cat. Dork. You got to say it like dork. His cats like using the slip and slide on carpet. Yes. My cats do what they want to do. This is their apartment. This is not mine. This is where they live. They allow me to be here. They're both sleeping behind me right now. E-King says, okay, what is worse, the Atari VCS or the Evercade? Oh, the ultimate question. One of life's great mysteries. Which is worse, the VCS or the Evercade? Can we solve this in a chat? Is this something that could be addressed in one session? It seems like an ongoing thing that would take we'd have to have seminars and everyone would have PowerPoint presentations and it'd be we'd have to pay dues, for some reason. There'd be a fee. I don't know. I don't know if we can resolve this. The Jaguar, sir. E-King says, I say if you can get an Atari VCS for $200 or less, and you have nostalgia for Atari, and don't mind tinkering, then it could be a decent thing. Wow, you're hyping it up, man. You're really selling me on this. E-King, what are you? How much are you being paid by Atari to shill for them right now. You are such an Atari shill the way you talk it up. Like everything from what I just heard you say was that they can do no wrong. The VCS is the greatest thing since sliced bread. And if you don't like the VCS, you're a piece of crap. That's what I just heard you say. I don't know if that's what you actually said, but that's the way I received it. Shill. Oh, the Amico trumps them all. Well, you know, to each his own. E-King is being sent Atari shirts and mugs. Yes. He's making his own. E-King makes his own Atari shirts and mugs, sir. The people in Atari VCS Discord do not like me all that much. E-King, they don't like me either. That's why I choose to leave that bunch. Oh, wow. I didn't even know there was a Atari VCS Discord. I guess there would be. There's Discords for everything. I don't know. Wow, I wonder what happened over there. Have you been causing trouble, E-King? Have you been stirring that pot? Tisk, tisk, tisk. I knew I wasn't going to play a game. There's no way if I ever do a live stream that I'm ever going to play a game while I'm doing it. It's just, it's not possible. But I had it available. You guys saw, I had it available. It was there. It's still running in the background. Look, I'll show you. There it is. I'm going to let it run while we're talking. Just to prove that it was there and I could play it if I wanted to. But I can't play it and talk and follow the chat, so. What is it with these little consoles? I don't know. I don't know. Who told Atari about Discord? Who spilled the beans? Who let the cat out of the bag? It was you, wasn't it, E-King? Eating Pace says they seem to corrupt humans like social media does. Some of them can handle it. Yes, Burning Fight, Born Distracted. The greatest video game ever made. Better than anything else. Better than anything on the VCS. I'll have you know, sir. I had a Burning Fart earlier. That's the sequel to Burning Fight. I don't know if you ever played it. It sounds like you have played it. It sounds like you are an expert. I've never gotten around to playing Burning Fart. But I hear good things. Some people say it stinks, but I don't agree. Ryan says, I've been playing Saints Row the Third lately. Great stupid fun. Yes, indeed. Indeed, sir. I will agree with that statement this time. Eating Pace, have you ever farted away a stomach ache? That's the best feeling in the world. This is what the chat is, fellas. This is what we do here. This is what this channel is. This is who we are. You guys remember that show Millennium? That old TV show with Lance Henriksen? This is who we are. Thank you, Eating Paste. I appreciate it. We're proud to have you. We're proud. Well, maybe I'm overstepping. I'm proud to have you. I can't say... I don't want to put words in other people's mouth, misrepresent, spread misinformation and lies. This is the cult of fart. We'll just say that. That's what my channel is. You are all members of my fart cult. And it's free to join. I don't have membership dues or anything like that. We don't have any requirements other than you have to make a occasional sacrifice, which you can do in your own home and privacy and everything, you know. I don't need to hear about it. But you're all welcome. Yes, thank you, Dorkside. Thank you, sir. Yes, we don't shill here. We shit here. That's what we do. It's a little different cult. we do things our own way. Anybody says gaming comes in waves for me. I've been playing competitive PvP games for a while now, but I'm phasing into retro games again. Been playing the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters lately, and I can't pull myself away. Yeah, I do that. I go in like, I totally get like caught up in things. I'll play the Jaguar for a while, and then I'll play the NES for a while. I'll play the Turbo Graphics. I'll get on my PS4 and do that for a while. But yeah, I totally get caught up in something, whatever it is, the Genesis, the Super Nintendo, whatever. And I'll do it for a couple of weeks or something. I'll just do nothing but that one system, and then I'll get caught up in something completely different. Yeah, it's good to have options. It's good to have that, Sharding is funny. Well, I don't appreciate you mocking the tenets of our faith, but if you have to, okay. We're just glad to have you. Dork says, the cure to stomach ache, just shit. Works every time. I'm not a doctor, but that is my suggestion. We appreciate it. These all are going into our weekly meeting minutes. These will all be in the minutes. E King says, whatever $20 times 24 is, that's how much money I spent on all these Evercade cards. Oh my God. That's, wow. 20 times 24. That's $480. I did math. Look at me. I did math. I haven't done math since I played in television. Eating Pace says, you should change your name to Sharding for Life. And I'll change mine to Eating Farts, and the cult will be complete. And then I will have to change mine to Cyrus Fartin. Cyrus Fartin, obviously, that fits, I believe. We all have to do our part. We do. We all have to do our part. Jaguar does math. Yes, it does. The Jaguar is superior to me. I don't know about you guys, but definitely to me. Any paste, E-King, you could have brought one Saturn game for that much. That's true. I always do my parts. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do, sir. Guys, I've been having a good time. This has been a good chat. I really appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me. Super Mega Grafx, Steve, we almost had it. You almost had it there. That didn't quite work, but you Grafx, yeah, pretty close. Pretty close. There, Eating Paste, you did not derail. There was never any rails. If anytime I ever do a live stream, I know for a fact nothing will be done other than I will try to keep up with the chat and fail. That's all that happens. I will be behind on the chat, and by the end, everyone will be be so far like ahead that they'll be done with me before I even know that the show's over with. This is what happens. E-King says, it is fun bad-mouthing Evercade and VCS, even though I own them both. I quite enjoy bashing them. Well, we you know what? The things that we love the most, sometimes we talk the most shit about, right? That's just the way it is. Sometimes that's the way it is. So I feel you. I personally have no hatred for Evercade or the VCS or whatever. I just personally am not interested in getting an Evercade. It doesn't make sense to me for me to get one. Some people it makes a lot more sense, and some people just want it for the collecting aspect. Some people just like to get new gadgets and new toys. Good for them, you know? They want to spend their money the way they want to spend their money. And some people, another thing is, I respect the people that buy Evercade because they want to pay for a retail version of some of those games, right? So they want to have like the legit copy. Maybe it's not the best way to play some of those games, but at least it's a legit copy. So I get all that. You know, I do. I get it. There were no rails to begin with. That's right. Just a train barreling down the road, totally out of control. Yes. No rails. Just metal grinding on stone and dirt. That's right. Pooper Mega Grafx 64. There you go. That's the real question. When were rails ever established? I don't know. I don't believe in rails. They're against our... that's another thing that's against the tenets of our faith. And the fact that you keep bringing it up makes me question your commitment to the fart cult, sir. You really need to, like, ask yourself some hard questions. That's all I'm saying. Eating paste. I think it's for the best that I don't know how to change my name. Fair enough. Dork can teach you. Dork can teach you all kinds of things. Eating paste. I think it's best I don't learn new things. I'm too old now. I think that there's something to be said for that. I think that you might be right there. Paste is too old for this shit. That's right. Is that a drug reference? Oh, Brian. Oh, there you go. Welcome to the club, Brian Farts. You are welcome here. You are welcome here, sir. This is the place where that happens. And it is embraced. We literally reach out and embrace our farts here. We know what's up. Other people pretend like they don't. Some people act like they're too good for farting, you know? They act like farting is beneath them. We know that farting is not only beneath us, it's around us. It's above us. It in the tree, in the rock. It surrounds us and binds us. Holds the universe together. Use the fart. Anyway. One of us. Farting is like sex. It's natural and needed. Yeah. I agree. You know, farting is exactly like sex. Eating paste. I picture all of us wearing monocles, sipping tea, discussing farts. Yes, absolutely. I say, sir, perhaps, did you recently hear the fart that Ryan loosed when he was out in the privy? I did, sir. I did hear their fart. It was most resonating in that chamber. Yes. My teeth are still vibrating from it. Brian says, for some reason, women hate it when we fart. They say that. You can't believe. They say. Women say a lot of things, you know. They like it. They have to act like they don't. Women are dirty. Women are dirty. This chat stinks in the best way possible. Thank you, Ryan. I agree. I use it to keep women at a distance. At a distance. They consume too much of my retro game money. I know. How dare they? You know? And then they want to complain about the farting? Who do they think they are? Sheesh. I like to fart in the key of C. It's very moody. Yes. 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 It must, like we're thinking about it deeply. Yes. I can fart the alphabet? Well, that's, you Yeah, I think we need receipts on that one. I trust you, but trust but verify. Trust but verify. That's all I'm saying. Drunk farting is amazing, I heard. I've heard that too. It's dangerous though. That is true. Cats don't judge your farts. I think mine do. My cats seem to judge everything. My cats are in charge, and they have a lot of responsibility. So I don't begrudge them for the judgment that they constantly issue. Because, you know, somebody has to be in charge, and that's just, you know, the universe at work. So, but if your cats don't judge your farts, then, you know, everybody has their own relationship with their overlords. So, you know, but mine definitely understand their responsibilities here. Geeks with sharts. You want to have some amazing farts? Eat a bunch of boiled eggs and throw back a few beers. Oh my gosh. That sounds like you're making magic. That sounds like you could be doing sorcery, sir. I believe that could be illegal. Geeks with sharts. Yeah. Well, this, you know, guys, this discussion has been enthralling. It has been literally amazing. I can't believe some of the things we've been able to bring out into the open today. I appreciate it very much. Size cats are still not over that 40-day flood. Oh my God, it went on and on. Yes, the trauma. I work for a brewery, so I have all the beer we need. There you go. Company man, holding it together for the cult. Thank you, sir. The fart cult is in your debt. It's the best talk I've had in years. I agree. And it's important for men to have these discussions once in a while. Or whoever. It doesn't have to just be men. Women want to have these talks. They just pretend like they don't. We've established that as well. There's been, like I said, there's been a lot of stuff that we've been able to like air out. Anyway. Yes, the only thing we didn't talk about was the game on display. What game? I don't even know what you're talking about. Games? Psh. Games? That's for videos. Streams are for this. Streams are for embracing our true calling. Farting. I feel smarter, mouth. Thanks for the education. Yes, I do as well. Thank you, Ryan. Short story. Yes, deep thoughts. There should be a Sharknado, yes. Oh, wow. We'd have to officially endorse that as a cult. You know, we have to have a vote about that. But Sharknado film would be, it's a possibility. You know, it would be missionary work. That would be missionary work. All right, so gentlemen, I'm going to give you homework. Make sure you promote the cult properly at your homes and places of business. Try to make sure that the women that you know embrace the tenets of our faith as often as you can, whether they openly acknowledge their desire for that or not. I expect us all next meeting to report back with a discussion about what we have been able to accomplish in spreading the word, the good word of our efforts. Yes. I love the smell of victory in the morning, and of course by victory, you know what I mean. But anyway. Thanks guys for being here. Thanks for joining the chat. I really do appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun. We'll hang out again in the near future and talk about random weird stuff. Enjoy your games. Enjoy your various different consoles and whatever else you have going on. And that's about it. I will. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna let some of that music play again for a little bit, and that'll be it. So, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. It's been fun. I will talk to you later. Bye bye.